We're going to start very simply. We'll start with a C, with the key of C. And I know you already know all this stuff, but the point of it is to try and get you to think this information a little bit faster, a little bit more comfortable. So getting it internalized rather than having to recall it. It's just something on the top of your brain that you can use. So I'm going to go around the circle of fifths, and I'm going to play all of my scales, and I'll play the one chord also. So C major starts on C. All white keys up and down, nice and easy. The one chord then is the C major chord, which goes straight across all white keys. I know you all know this, but we're going to go through all of them. So just for a review. G major. We start on G. We play the major scale. There's going to be one black key because G major has one sharp in it, the key signature. That's right here, F sharp. So we will play G. And then I'll play my G major triad. This one is all of white keys. So go to two sharps. That's D. The D scale has two bumps in it. That's the two black keys, the F sharp and the C sharp. So I'm going to play my D scale. And my D triad, which is one of the A-shaped ones. The A-shaped ones are D, E, and A. This is the D major triad. Kind of a tent shape or an A shape. Around the circle of fifths. All I'm going to do when you're going around the circle of fifths, if you're going this direction, you just go to the fifth note of the chord, fifth note of the scale, or the fifth of the chord, and that's your next scale. A. The key of A has three sharps in it, which are C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. So I'm going to play my A scale. And my A major triad. This is another one that's an A shape or a tent shape on the keyboard. So there are three of those. DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency. So D, F sharp A, E, G sharp B, and A, C sharp E, which is what this one is. And then we're going to go to the fifth note of the scale, E, and we're going to play that scale. The key of E has four sharps. They are F, C, G, and D, or these two and these two, and it sounds like this. And the major triad looks like this. That's the last one that's an A shape on the keyboard. E, G sharp, B. So our next one will be B, which has five sharps. Now, there are three scales that use all of the black keys. This is the first one we run into. The key of B uses all the black keys. And one way to think about these scales is to play all the black keys. But every time you get to one of these gaps, there's a rule that you can follow. And for the B major scale, the rule that you would follow is every time you get to one of the gaps on the black keys, I'm going to play all the black keys. When I get to a gap, I'm always going to play the white key that is on the left side, on my left, or the lower note. So as I play my B major scale, do, re, mi, fa, the fa is going to be one of these white keys, and it's going to be the one on the left. Because if I'm playing my B major scale, doesn't matter how far I go up or down the keyboard, I always choose the white key that's on the left every time I get to one of these gaps. And then I play all of the black keys. There are three of these that play all the black keys. They each have a different rule for which white key you choose, and it makes it super easy to know which note you play on the white keys if you follow those rules. So for B major, you always play the note on your left, or the lower note of these two white keys down here in the middle. After B, we go to the fifth note. That is F sharp or G flat. This is another of the 5 black keys scales. So this one, when you play this one, there are going to be 6 sharps. For F sharp, it'll be 6 sharps. And they are F, C, G, D, A, E, F, C, G, D, A, and then E sharp is the last one. So all 5 of the black keys plus E sharp as the sixth accidental in the key signature. So on this one, I'm going to play all the black keys, but every time I get to the gap, I'm going to choose the white key that is closest to the 3 black keys. So if I'm playing here, the white key I'm going to choose on this side will be this one because it's right next to the F sharp. And when I get, or it's E sharp, which is right next to F sharp. When I get to this gap, I'm going to choose the one on my left because it's closest to the 3 black keys. And as long as you keep doing that, oh yeah, that should be good up there. Okay, so I'll play this scale. In my major triad, this one's all black keys. And if you know this rule, you always play the white key that's closest to the black keys. Then when you play your whole scale, you can just improvise a little bit on that scale. Improvising on these is a really good way to get them internalized and get them to work for you. Okay, so F sharp is 6 sharps. We can also call this G flat, which is 6 flats. And the flats are going to be B, E, A, D, G, and C, C flat. So that's all 5 of the black keys, but this time we're adding one more flat, which is this one, C flat. But you play it the same way. G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, natural, G flat. And I still end up choosing the white key that's next to the 3 black keys. My 5th scale degree, Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, is going to be D flat. So now I'm on D flat. D flat is 5 flats. B, E, A, D, G. This is the last one that uses all the black keys. So if you're going to play all the black keys on this one, the rule you follow is the reverse of the B major one. You always choose the note on the right. So as I'm playing my D flat scale, every time I get to the gap, I choose the note that's on the right, or the highest of the 2 white keys that's in that middle spot. And if you do that, it's really easy to play this scale. Like my D flat scale is one of the easier ones that I know. Similar to C major, which is easy because it's all white keys. D flat, B, and F sharp, which used to be my hardest scales. Once I discovered this issue of choosing a rule that lets you pick the white key, well, then these 3 became some of my easiest scales to improvise on and to just memorize. Okay, so that was D flat major triad. This one is a V shape. Black, white, black, or it makes a V on the keyboard. So the V-shaped ones are, it's Drug Enforcement Agency again, but you got to put a flat on each one of them. So it's D flat, E flat, and A flat. Those are the V-shaped triads. Okay, so we just did this D flat. There's my 5th, so A flat is going to be our next one. A flat is 4 flats, B, E, A, and D. So we have these 4 black keys, and we're just going to play the 4 flats. The others will be the white keys. So we have this shape, and I would just memorize this shape. It's pairs, it's 2 black keys, then you have a single white key, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2. So it's all pairs of notes, 2 black keys or 2 white keys, except C natural. The 3rd of this key is a single note by itself. So we play 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, and so on. This is, there's the major triad for A flat. It's another V-shaped one. Remember D flat, E flat, A flat, Drug Enforcement Agency. Those are the three that are V-shaped: D flat, E flat, A flat. This is the 4 flats one. And our next note, next scale is going to be E flat. E flat is, it's very similar to the last one in the sense that all the notes are in pairs: 2 white keys, 2 black keys, 2 white keys. Except the one, there's one place again where there's 1 white key, and that, I'm sorry, 1 black key, and that is E flat. So, and then we have again our V-shaped chord, E flat, G, B flat. Now all this stuff I'm playing, you can sit and practice it on a piano, on an electric keyboard. If you play trumpet, you could practice all this exact same stuff on the trumpet. I would recommend mentally picturing the keyboard because it helps you process all the music theory, regardless of what instrument I'm playing. There's a keyboard in my mind is how I'm organizing all of my notes. Okay, we're on E flat. Next one's going to be B flat. We're down to 2 flats now. B flat and E flat. So our scale, you probably know your B flat scale pretty well, I'm guessing. B flat and B natural are the 2 weird triads. They are in this kind of L shape, you might call it. The B one is here, it's just the reverse. The B flat, D, F is the major triad. You might just have to memorize that one. There's not a good mnemonic for that one as far as I know. Next one is F. So F is 1 flat, B flat. And this major scale is straight across. Again, it's all white keys. So our major triads, we have 4 that go straight across. Those are F, these are the white key ones first, F, C, and G. Those 4, the C major triad is C, E, G. The F triad is F, A, C. The G triad is G, B, D. All of those just go straight across the keyboard. The 4th one that's straight across is a black key one, F sharp or G flat. And that is black, black, black. It can be either F sharp, A sharp, C sharp, or it can be G flat, B flat, D flat. But the way you play it doesn't change. Just I need to remember which key signature you're in. Are you in F sharp or are you in G flat? I'm going to stop there for the first video. It's just a review of all of your major triads and your major scales.